I am recording. So, hello Andrew. So we hear that you're on sick leave from the army. We hope that when this video finds you, you'll be feeling better. And really, this is going to be the conclusion of that one shot that I started. I don't know how many days ago. But over here we got the usual suspects. We've got Harry, who is playing. Well, who is Foe Biter, for which I made this lovely mini over here. We got Bruno, who is playing a cowboy.
That's me.
And last but not least, we got a robot, who's played by Dylan.
Luan.
Dylan, you with us? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah.
There we go.
What happened?
I don't know. I was clicking the push to talk button, but nothing was lighting up.
Oh. Well, you are playing Rho Kappa Sigma, right?
Yep. the
I remembered one of them.
The Warforged Artificer,
That's right.
who will punch you in the face and then throw laser beams.
Laser beams.
Like a boss.
And in the last session, our three adventurers found themselves exploring the forest of Cormanthor, this place near Hillsfall, on the behest of a family of halflings whose farm had recently been attacked by strange creatures. Goblins, but not the usual description of goblins. What do they look like, Harry?
They are kind of 4 foot tall. They are mutated to shit, and they have bottles of weird green substance infused into their muscles.
Look like a mini Hulk.
Like a mini Hulk. So, you set out to find these goblins and put an end to their menace. But before you could find any of them, you got a little bit lost in the forest and discovered an elven village, or the ruins of an elven village. And then what happened, Dylan? Push the talk, push the talk.
Yes, push talk not working again. We discovered the ruins of an elven village, and while exploring there, we got ambushed by some gnolls and a big old hyena that they all appeared to also have access to the same strange corrupting Hulk serum.
Well,
We fucked them up.
after fucking them up, exactly, after dispatching them, after biting your foes, literally, after shooting them, after killing a katana with, killing a hyena with a katana, and punching a hyena man to death with an augmented punching machine, you once again head out on the road, trying to find your way back when it started to become dark. On the edge of day, teetering into night, you found a place of rest. A place that was a little bit out of the ordinary, a little magic was in the air. Fireflies danced in high numbers as a helicopter hovers over my house. Can you guys hear that?
Oh.
No? Okay, good. I hope it's not in the video. And at that mystical grove, what happened, Bruno?
Oh, well, we found this grove, and it seemed that a while ago someone camped there, since we found burned out fireplace. We also found a kind of a stone structure with some runes engraved on them. And we attacked it with a little tree folk people, or tree ants, or ant people. They were mimicking what we were doing, and they seemed to be protecting this relic of theirs. And thereon, a druid appeared from the woods, and he led us to the path mission, like, helped us find our way to the rest of the mutated goblin.
Yes, you were. However,
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
that you got there is the interesting part.
Yeah, we flew on this massive owl.
Yes.
Well, we took coach.
Like we were basically crunched into the between the owl's talons. The three of us, yeah, three of us, too deep into the forest, and then we encountered more of the little goblin.
More of the nasty goblins. So let's go to that place. It was a bridge in the middle of the forest, an old bridge that had stood the test of time. Ambushed by, well, not really ambushed, because you kind of found them sleeping. These mutant goblins fought. And while they were fighting, what happened when they died, Harry?
I bit them.
Yeah, but what happened when they
and
died?
they exploded.
Exactly.
But I bit them, and then the last one, I bit his face off and took all of 1 damage from the explosion. That was some good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, one damn it.
It literally exploded in your mouth. Like a grape.
I was gonna go for something completely different, but well done for keeping it PC.
Oh. I know.
Well,
like a
well,
grape. Burst.
like a
Anyway.
grape.
Their death burst. With their death burst, you came to the realization that now that you have killed the fleeing coward, you cannot follow him back to his base. And here you stand, covered in blood, covered in gore, covered in slime. This strange green substance that explodes once the goblins explode. Standing in the midst of battlefield. What do you do?
Since I'm covered in all this green shite, I'm gonna go to the river and just wash this shit off as much as I can.
And Bruno?
I'm unjamming my gun
Okay.
and reloading. I don't remember if any of them are jammed.
While you guys,
I need to reload, however.
while you are unjamming, I think your weapon did jam. I seem to recall something like that as well. Yeah, it did. I scrolled up to see the dice. You did roll a nat 1 on one of them.
That was the one on our one-on-one session.
On the what?
However, on the
Oh, it could have been from your 1v1. That's true.
was
I do seem to recall that you did need to reload though, so that's fine.
I am going to do that for surge.
So you begin tinkering with your weapons, while Asgoth, washes away the blood and gore and wipes it off of his axe and his chin. The river water is cold, but refreshing. You see that there are some animals living in it. There are small fish. There are like crayfish as well, like crustaceans on the surface. There's quite a bit. There isn't a lot, but there's some leeches as well swimming in the water. But you know how to avoid those. You get the sense that if you had jumped into the water or if you had gotten pushed into it, it would have been bad because of all the leeches and all the things that live there. But since you're on the edge cleaning your equipment, that's no problem. While you guys are doing that, you notice that Kappa, Rho, Sigma has stopped operating. He's standing completely still. And he's holding some kind of strange device, and he has it next to where his ear would be. This is because Dylan is having a call.
I like it. I like it.
But
Yeah.
the process of cleaning yourself takes about, I don't know, 10, maybe 20 minutes. The process of unjamming your gun, well, you've gotten good at unjamming your gun over the years, so I suppose it takes 5 minutes, 6 minutes at best. At most, actually. Actually, we might have to hear from Andrew about that. How long does it take to clean a gun and unjam it?
Well,
Type us in
cleaning
the
and
comments.
unjamming
Type
is
us in the
very
comments,
Unjamming-
Andrew. How long does it take
Unjamming-
to unjam a gun?
Unjamming takes an action.
No, I mean in real life.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It depends.
okay. That's
It
what you
depends
mean.
how it's. It depends how it's jammed. I like my guns, so I'm just like.
Yeah.
It depends. If it's jammed from a light primer strike and it's got a double feed, it'd take a couple of seconds. If you really fucked it up, then it could. If it's not, if the round isn't coming out properly, then you might have to spend a couple of minutes doing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, regardless, you spend however much time needed to clean up, and then you haven't really rested for the night, and there's a bunch of dead
No.
goblins around you. What do you do? I'll be right back.
Dude,
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm listening. I'll be right back.
Loot their bodies and where they were sleeping. We're gonna loot their whole
Yeah.
stash.
probably don't have much money anyways, but I'll take whatever I can.
So, in Het Loot, in the Het Loot chat, I have given you the stuff that the goblins have,
Loot.
which is 5 gold pieces, 160 silver pieces, and 20 copper pieces spread out amongst 3 individuals. And they also have some green crystals on them. The unusual green crystals that you found on the first goblin, that may or may not be toxic to living creatures, but also might be worth
Ooh.
25 gold,
Hmm.
depending on how you sell them.
Well, I wanted that adamantine ring just for the extra punching power if I have to use my fists.
That one
Ooh.
you got from the pile of corpses.
Exactly.
Corpses. Which you guys
I'll-
didn't really stop the loot, but I decided, fuck it. Maybe they did it off screen.
We did. How did you know? We did.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. So now you, as you are searching through the goblins and searching through their stuff, you find a soiled piece of parchment. Ooh.
Okay, then I guess we'll see what it is. See what it says on there.
Here's what it is. Harry, give us your BBC accent. Read the
Dirty piece
description
of
right there.
parchment. This dirty piece of parchment has a crude but detailed drawing on it. Rendered in messy charcoal are 5 villages and several other landmarks among a sea of crude trees. There is a river, a bridge, ruins, large rocks, and a cave. The goblin who drew this put effort in. With some luck, the drawing can be usable as a map.
Holy shit.
Yes. So,
I
you have
the bridge.
found a crude drawing on one of the goblins that may or may not be usable as a map. Go ahead and have a look at that.
Well, according to this map, according to this map,
Came
it
from the
looks like
southeast. Guess from the what looks like a farm with a bloodstain.
I believe so. We've also got we then went west until the kind of on the southwest of it. We've got somewhat a cave or some sort of not sure exactly what that is. Maybe that was the sigil, the druid
It
thing
looks
that we
like
were.
the grove.
Yeah, exactly. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, and then so then we got flown from there to the bridge, which is on just the left of the middle part of the map, and with a little line that's going towards what looks to be some sort of cave. I think that's probably going to be our course of action.
You're going to follow one of the little lines?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was the direction that last cowardly bastard was running before, so it might be helpful to go that way and see what he was running towards. Might be the source of this nefarious, magical mutagenic bullshit.
So,
I'd say so too.
Makes sense. These are barely better than animals, and a wounded animal will often flee to its lair for safety.
Possibly, but still, it looks ominous. But we like ominous.
well, the only reason that the goblins quote map is bloody is because you killed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Not sorry.
Maybe.
Did you also notice the compass on the map? Man, there's another helicopter. What the hell?
Oh yeah, north.
North.
Oh, okay. It's flip.
Where's that?
Bottom left corner.
Oh right, oh yeah, I see. North FC.
It's that way is north.
And therefore we must head southeast towards the cave.
Exactly.
Yes. There is where we go. After I claim the mithril wire necklace with a jade gemstone. Is mine.
I'm going to take that adamantine ring for that brass knuckler effect.
Gotcha. So, after you've divided the treasures, you realize. Actually, roll me a Constitution save, everyone.
Holy shit.
Is this Constitution save poison?
Okay. Waiting for that last one.
Vic, is it a poison save?
No, it's not.
Okay, dokes.
Actually, you probably shouldn't be rolling it, but it's fine. Alero, you feel alright, but you notice that, oh fuck, what was his name again? Foe Biter. Asguth.
That's good.
Asguth. Asguth. You notice that he looks pretty tired. After all, you woke up in the middle of the night. You didn't get any sleep, and you have been marching all day through the forest.
Are you okay, big fella?
Just a bit tired. Maybe we can settle down for the night.
Well, we should look out for a sleeping spot then. I guess this
Bastard goblins.
yeah, should be resting right in front of the bridge.
You occasionally hear like just a low beeping noise coming from the direction of the artificer as the low battery alarm goes off.
Beep. Beep.
Nice. Love the flavour.
Check engine
Okay.
light is on.
I want to look for a resting place.
Well, you
I'll
have
join
a
you.
crudely drawn map. Where on the map would you like to go to rest?
Just a second. I need to open it up again. Oh, we are at the bridge.
That's right.
And let's go to the boulder left from it.
The big
Go.
big rock or the
The left
small rock?
side.
The left one. So
On
the small,
the, on
the
the,
small
on the
one.
left side of the map. Left hand side.
The small one.
Yeah,
Ah.
that looks like a good place to stay.
Okay. Whoever has the map, roll me a navigation check. +2.
What's navigation in 5th edition?
Nature.
Survival?
I believe.
Survival.
Oh, survival. One of those. Survival? Yeah, it's survival. Whoever has the map adds +2 to it.
So that's so like 17 altogether.
Who has the map?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, you are easily able to find your way around. You follow the path for a while, but then you realize that it becomes more grassy and more overgrown as you go. This road is not a road that has been used very often. In fact, its only recent use may have been the goblins themselves.
Hmm.
But you do manage to follow a trail that's off to the left side. I'm confused. I don't even know which way that is. It's off to the east,
It's west.
west. No, if north is down, then it should be south, right?
And we're going like that's gonna be south. Like towards the cave is south.
Yeah.
East. So that means we'll be heading east towards the cave, towards the boulder. Sorry.
You head east towards there, and you find, well, it's not a small boulder. It's a huge. What it looks like to you from first sight is sort of when you get to a point where there's like less trees. You notice that many of the trees have fallen. And in fact, it's like a lot of fallen trees, like on their sides, literally. So at some point you stop going through the trees and you start climbing over fallen trees that have been overgrown with the ages. These trees must have fallen here years ago. And then you see it. A big boulder sticking out of the ground. Literally, it has a crater around it and several trees that have fallen near it.
That is a meteorite.
Is it? Roll me a history check.
Nice.
Okay. How old is Alero?
It's old.
He's old.
I don't know.
Over 100?
Oh!
Is it?
I'm sorry. I totally misunderstood you. I understood. How old is the metal?
No,
in
Alero.
metal in the meteorite.
How old is
What?
Alero?
He's Oh shit! Sorry, he is 127.
Okay, so he's kind of young, but I think that he might actually. Hold on. You are. Yeah, you're pretty young, but you are old enough to remember when there was a war in this area. An elven kingdom existed long ago here in Cormanthor, and they were at war with a human kingdom. You don't remember.
Oh, yeah, right.
You don't exactly remember the details, but you know that the humans were wizards, powerful mages, who had the ability to move mountains.
Yeah, and it came down.
Exactly. It came down. It came down, and
Real.
it shattered.
Unknown means
This looks like a remain of that mountain. That flying mountain. You easily find a way to camp, a place to camp around it, where you find that a couple of young trees have began to spring out of the ground in a time since. But it also explains all the fallen trees. These trees have literally been blown away by the thunder wave of a huge fucking mountain falling in pieces.
Some.
So you find a place to camp in the ruins of this old human magic.
Did it say?
Over the evening, you manage to rest rather undisturbed. There is a strange atmosphere around you, like the air is a little bit more electric. The nighttime birds here act a little bit strange because they cannot roost in the tall trees. They have to go around the place. And you definitely know that on the top of this rock there ought to be something. Also, you are a little bit unnerved by just how massive this piece of rock is. And according to the goblin map, there's an even more massive one. I mean, this thing is huge. It literally blocks a piece of the sky when you look up towards it.
Big one or the one where we are at?
The one where you're at. And that one's
Holy
the
shit.
small one on the map. So like the even larger one is like, what? But yes, you do manage to rest completely undisturbed here.
Is it morning now or something happened first?
Yeah, morning rises. I mean, the morning sun rises.
Alright.
You are
So does
feeling-
that count as a long rest?
That counts as a long rest, yes.
So,
How tall is this boulder? Or less?
More or less. I
Is
haven't
it
really-
climbable?
It looks very steep. It is probably climbable, but it's going to require specialized gear to climb it.
Oh damn. Okay.
What?
Grapple hook, pythons, just like climbing a regular mountain. It's very steep, like I said.
would the jump spell, which triples your jump distance, be able to make it easier to climb for us?
It would help, but I wouldn't bet on it. It's really like a shard of a mountain that used to fly, and now it's falling into the ground.
Gotcha. Just because you can jump higher up the vertical wall doesn't mean you can reach the top.
Exactly.
Hey Kappa, can you craft a device which lets you fly like a rocket or something?
You wish to survive the end result, yes?
Yes, I just want to fly high.
In that case, no.
Oh damn.
Man, this fucking helicopter. What the hell is it
Bad.
doing? I'm really interested.
Sadly, I don't have access to any of the really crazy fun infusions until way higher levels.
You
But I
you
mean,
can't make him fly.
we
just-
have the tool lying. We have the stuff lying around. We have all the dead goblins equipment and the like. Could I roll a check of some kind, either history or investigation, for stuff that I've to draw on, my past work in my background in the engineering workshops or the like, to try and build some climbing pittons for the team?
Well, you've left the goblin corpses way back.
Yeah.
Right.
You had to travel to
Um,
get to here.
Okay. Could I then do an investigation to search the environment and try and build something like pinions or the like climbing equipment first?
Like, you're gonna need metal and rope, grappling hooks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
It is-
ditch the plan then.
I mean, I have rope.
I have
Yes.
rope too.
I'm an adventurer. But
Unless,
grappling
if we
hook is not something that I remembered to buy.
could, we in fact tie the rope to one of my hand axes, and then I throw it as hard as I can at the top of the boulder, and it sticks in.
That is true. The difference between a hand axe and a climbing axe is just
Look at this
a
boy.
bunch of extra metal on the hand axe.
Fluffy boy.
How
With a
attached,
lot of
attached-
luck, it might actually work.
how attached to that
Throw
hand
it.
axe are you? Because I have two
Okay.
proficiencies in smithing tools, so I can take a bit of time and basically take the hand axe and hammer the blade into a spike so it turns into a climbing axe.
You have smithing tools?
Yeah, I have tool proficiencies in alchemy, carpentry, jewelry, smithing, thieves, and tinkering,
Oh shit.
and one of the class features on Artificer, magical tinkering. I just need to have my tinkerer's tools, which I have, and it takes me. Where are you? Rightful tool for the job. Sorry. It takes me an hour, and I can magically create one set of tools that I'm proficient in.
An hour and he
Okay.
makes fucking climbing tools.
It's kind of good.
Oh, you guys want to go for it, or do you want to follow the path?
This fucking boulder.
That's true.
I mean, you said there might be something on top of the boulder.
Exactly. It looks like
I
there
bet
might
it.
be. It looks
I
like
bet
there
it's
might be.
money.
So, let's say that using the campfire, you heat up the metal of the axe. It takes a while. While you do that, you produce a small traveler version of an anvil. Like it's like. I think we had a traveler's anvil in the last one shot that we did.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case, most of my body's made out of metal armor.
Ooh.
My I sit down and my left leg unfolds and bolts to the ground and thickens up the plating.
Like something Tony Stark would make. portable anvil. It just unfolds into an entire smith's shop. And for the next hour, you spend it working the metal of this axe into a point to turn it into a what would you call that? Scythe? No, a pickaxe. A pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
The climbing pickaxe thing. It's,
Yes,
like an
like
ice pick.
fucking Tomb Raider.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
what? You tie a rope on it.
Yep.
And what are you gonna use for pythons? Or pitons?
Well,
or,
I
I don't know
mean-
how those are called.
I had to cut off about half of the axe's metal in order to turn it into that spike. So might as well reuse those 2 chunks of axe.
So that's really 2 pythons.
Yeah. I only.
Yeah.
The thing is, if we do this, I can climb up, and then with my strength, I can pull you guys up.
Hmm.
Exactly. We only need the one
That's
person
strong.
to make it up.
I'm pretty light.
That
Man.
was gigantic fuck off half orc. I reckon I could probably.
Okay,
pull you
let's
guys
do
up.
this.
Have you got more
What's up,
metal that
man?
you can smith into stuff?
Possibly. Well, let me check my equipment.
I have a crowbar.
Yeah.
That would turn into
I mean, you
probably
can just
4 or 5.
yeah.
Uh,
I have my crowbar. Roll
Right.
Kappa Sigma.
You can turn that into, let's go with 6 pythons. How is it pronounced actually?
I think both are correct
Python?
pronunciations. Pythons and kittens.
I would guess pitons, just because it sounds better to my
Yeah.
ears, but I wouldn't know.
I'm googling it, but you can make 6 out of those.
Cool.
How many do we need?
Piton, okay,
Fair enough.
pitons, I guess. that's what Google says anyway.
If we need more, I also have a crowbar and a hammer as part of the Dungeoneer's pack.
I'm gonna say you're gonna need 10.
Okay, then
How
I'll
many
turn
do we
my
have right now? We have 8, right?
7,
You got
8, yeah.
We got 8
Yeah.
right now.
We want to go.
Oh, what am I? I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the Dungeoneer's pack. It contains a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pittons. Pythons, 10 torches, a tinderbox.
I want my crowbar back.
so like midway through making the pitons for climbing, Kappa Sigma says, "Oh man, this backpack is so heavy," and he puts it on the ground, and like a bunch of pitons just spill out. and then you all punch yourselves for not realizing. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, Harry.
We still need the sort of the kind of grappling hook sort of thing attached to the rope, so it wasn't a total waste.
It wasn't a total
That
waste,
is true.
no. But that
We'll turn the
crowbar is done.
into a grappling hook.
But now we have 20 pitons.
Hey, now you're definitely capable of climbing it up with relative safety, actually.
Dude,
Do this.
You know what? Just because you're using extra of those things, give me that climb check. That's athletics, by the way. But add. You know what? You're using twice as many fucking metal spikes as you need. I'm gonna give you plus 10 to
Shit.
climb up there, Harry.
the athletics.
Can it also be acrobatics? No, right?
Generally, the 2 are
Oh
interchangeable.
my
My God.
God! Well, you know what? You put in a piton, you start climbing. You put in another one, climb. Put in another. You get to the summit of the thing, and like you feel like there's grass here, and then you climb up, and you see there's a big old there's a big nest of eagles, and like the mama eagle goes, "Caw!" and you go, "Oh shit!" and you fall off. You go, "Ah!" but then you realize, hey, wait, pitons, boom, and they save your life as you dangle there near the top. And then the rest see you fall, and they go, "Oh shh."
Can I try to sort myself out and then like we try and climb back up again? I don't give a fuck. I'm going for it.
Yeah, of course. That's what the pitons are for. They save your fucking life.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sort myself out, realign myself on the rock, find some handholds and
Crutches.
footholds, and I'm just in case that fucking bird scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna rage. Fucking bird bastard!
You rage climb up the fucking hill, and you get to the top, And when you get there, you go, the bird goes, caw, and you go, rah! It fucks off. It leaves, the mother eagle gets so scared by you roaring at its face that it flies off, leaving its chicks behind. No, it's just for cinematic reasons. But then she of course, she later comes back. So
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
So when you find yourself up there, you look around and you see that grass has grown on this rock, and at one point there must have been masonry here. Excuse me, there must have been a road, because a lot of the top of the surface has bricks and cobblestone, and you can see that there's a small remnant of a building on the top of this that seems to have collapsed, so that you see half a building. And you see architecture now that is overgrown with vines and leaves. You see architecture of a kind you have not seen before. When you look at it, it defies physics a little bit. It's made out of this weird dark stone.
Can I tell what kind of stone it is?
You have no clue. But now that you're up here, you can see the surrounding land. And you have the goblin map with you. So you kind of...
Oh, first of all, can I pull the other lads up?
Yeah, of course. You've basically made stairs for them. There's not really stairs, but the pitons, they serve as little stops for the rope, so that in case you fall, you don't fucking die. So all they have to do is climb up your established route. So guys, it's way easier for you to climb up there than it is for him, because of that. You can roll athletics with advantage.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm bad at both.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Well,
Did I ever have a good roll?
Alero. Oh my god. After several attempts for you to climb, meet with failure, you decide to just stay down here. And have a
Hey,
shout.
what do you guys see up there? I'm fine, I don't want to climb up.
No, you're just the lookout. You're making sure that we don't
I'm the
get
lookout!
home.
You can see way more than me up there, but I'm the lookout.
So now that you're up here, you see the collapsed building that once used to be there. You see signs that there must have been other buildings there as well, and a road. And it is quite a strange. It's a bizarre feeling. You just climb a mountain only to discover that people used to live up here. What do you do?
Cool. I'm gonna take out the map and kind of just look at the map and then look up and then kind of find my bearings as to where each point on the map would be.
You see that the goblins' effort in making this drawing shows. Clearly the creature had some kind of ingenuity in designing this crude map. Everything seems to not be where it should be, but relative to each other, it makes sense. From the top of this rock, you can see the area around, you can see the bridge, or you can see where the river passes through. You can see another rock in the distance, much like this one. And you can see another one further away that has a sort of a swamp area around it. You can see that there is fetid pools of water, or at least it looks like water from far away. And also there's a lot of trees around it as well, and dead trees.
Okay. Cool.
You cannot
So can we
see
see
any of the villages because there's a lot of trees in the way. But you can kind of see in the distance that there are, in fact, civilized fields and planting in some areas.
Cool.
Like the lower villages, you can see that there are trees that are planted in rows instead of just wildly growing.
Cool. So can we see the Goblin Cave as it was on the map? Can we see exactly where it is, or?
You can see what looks like the area where the Goblin Cave should be is located in the middle of a swamp.
Cool. Cool. I guess we know where we're going now.
Yeah, there's no way you can get lost now. You kind of go, okay, that's the general direction. The Goblin map's relatively is reasonably accurate. So you begin. I mean, is there anything else you would like to do up here before you go?
Looking down at the swamp, I would like to make an abundantly clear my displeasure at getting swamp water in my joints, and how much I wish that the goblins could set up place in a nice environment like a cave or, I don't know, a city, somewhere dry. But besides that, why not? Let's go do some alchemy. I mean, find the goblins and stop them.
Yes. Is there anything else we could do up here? I mean, is there anything like to investigate? Like, is there anything as part of the like old ruins sort of bit that we could like explore or look into, or?
Oh, you can always have a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look. Just might as well.
Give me an investigation check while you're up here. You check out the old ruins, and you find that they are overgrown. Like I said before, this thing has been exposed to the elements for quite a while, and it has been uninhabited for quite a while. Besides the obvious birds that live up here in the relative safety of this place. Actually, speaking of relative safety, this is pretty much bird heaven. There's lots of places around here where a bird could have a vantage point, just like you have over the whole area, and be able to catch food. And as a testament to that, you see that there are a lot of nests, and also a lot of the surface area is covered in a layer of birds. Scat. The old ruins, however, hold many secrets, and one of these secrets are a runic script language emblazoned on many of the areas of this strange obsidian black.
Asgard is about to get blind.
Fuck. Okay, so do I recognize these sort of runic symbols?
It seems alien to you.
Okay.
Could I do an arcana to try and identify them?
Of course. What languages do you speak?
Let me check my sheet here.
Both of you.
Languages: Common, Gnomish, and Goblin.
Common, Gnomish, and Goblin. Okay. So in that case, it's not a language that you would recognize.
Common and Orc.
Definitely not a language that any of you would recognize. But with your Arcana check, which I see is a 22, it's pretty high. This strikes you as something you may have read at some point in history books. In the ancient days before quote-unquote modern civilization, In such ancient days that is even before the regular calendar of the Forgotten Realms was established. I'm talking like thousands of years ago. There was a kingdom of sorcerers and wizards who had the ability to move mountains. Those people were known as the Netherese. Their use of magic and their blend of magic and technology was to such a degree that the two were indistinguishable from each other. As a testament to that, they used to be able to make cities fly. This ruin has the potential to be way more ancient than any of you previously thought.
Cool. Is there anything to loot up here?
But if you ask Alero, no, if there's anything to loot up here, unfortunately, no. Knowledge, there's knowledge to loot.
Okay. Cool.
Oh man, the way you said that was great. Great. Is there anything to loot up there?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So if we ask Alero,
If you ask Alero, he'll tell you that within his lifetime, actually, there was a flying city here, and it was something that wasn't seen normally.
okay.
Oh
Met
yes,
the foot
a
of
flying
Golda,
city
pretty
suddenly
butthurt.
appearing. Yeah, a flying city suddenly appearing and starting a war with the kingdom of elves. That's very what the fuck. It's unheard of. But it happened. Where did it come from? You've just found a clue.
The Americans.
I mean,
I
this black,
carry a vessel.
this black rock must be crystallized oil.
Da 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 da
It's for me.
Speaking of the black rock, can I like take my axe or my spare hand axe and just take like get it a bit and just take a chip?
Take a sample.
Like, yeah, take a shard of it just for, you know, just for because it looks cool and I want it.
Yes you can. So you find one that has like a big old beautiful rune on it. Chip it off. How big of it? You take a shard that's as big as your fist. You
That's
find
about
it.
right, yeah.
It's kind of it is kind of shiny if you polish it a little bit, get the dirt off. You know some nerds that might be interested in that stuff. And by nerds I mean wizards.
Fuck yeah. Dude, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, we're nerds. We love it.
Exactly.
But your character isn't. So yeah, you know some nerds that might be interested in this. Could be able to
Yeah,
say
dude, my character's a goddamn Chad, bro.
shit.
Chad.
So, climbing down, later you guys meet up with Alero once again, who has been faithfully guarding the
I'm
ropes.
kicking stones, butthurt. Mumbling to myself. Oh, this fucking shit. Unclimbable piece of shit.
Now, those pitons will be left in there for others to
Eternity.
climb. Forever. Who knows? Maybe when you take this shard somewhere to a fucking not architecture, but archaeology guild, you throw it on someone's head and you go, "Hey, there's strange shit over there. I can take you for some gold." Anyway, you make your way towards the swampy area. And even before you arrive there, after traveling on the forested path, you do notice that there are some signs of a larger decay around the area. Give me some survival checks.
Okey-dokes.
Alright, so what you do notice is that just like the other rock that you climbed, in the middle of this forest that once used to be a regular forest is what seems to be a very small mountain that really seems like a chunk of a smaller mountain that fell off and embedded itself in the ground, and that is pretty much what it is. You also see that the entire place is filled with pools of stinking greenish liquid that leak from the inside of the rock. And there are several open holes in this rock, just like open sores or wounds that leak this strange substance that you have seen somewhere else. The plant life around here is fucking destroyed. It's the grass is gray. The trees, like I described before, are dead. There is no vegetation nor life. There aren't even birds in the area that they fly around it. They avoid it completely. Whatever happened here has destroyed the ecosystem. And you're basically on the edge of this area where the trees begin to die and the green pools of slime dot the grounds. What do you do?
I guess we try and continue towards the goblin cave area, just like trying to avoid stepping in all the shit.
Yeah,
I want to look
effectively.
for footsteps.
So there's a massive fragment of the once flying mountain, in the middle of which you can see that there's a sort of a crevasse, an opening. It's not exactly a cave, but it seems like it has almost like split in half and created an opening. You can see signs of goblins, and by signs of goblins I mean you see footsteps, tracks. You can see that some of the trees have been chopped down as well, like someone.
They lead in a specific to a specific spot, or are they like all scattered?
They're all scattered around, but a lot of them seem to go towards this crevasse in the rock that I just described. There's also, it's undisputed. This is a place where this green crap that the goblins had on them leaks from.
This is the root of evil.
Yes.
I'm kind of concerned that we might get ambushed once we enter the cave. Goblins start rushing from behind. So big guy, go in first.
I'm on me.
And I walk in. I walk in first. Axe at the ready.
First.
Grr.
What you see on the interior, first of all, what strikes you is the stench. It smells. It smells pungently of the same stench that goblin corpse smelled like back in the halfling farm. It's unmistakable. This place is full of fumes that assault your nose mercilessly. It's like getting hit with a hammer in the nose. You hear bubbling, you hear rattling of chains, and first thing you notice when you enter is that this place must have at one point been made out of actual cut stone, like it was made by human hand, but then something happened, and now it's collapsed. The floor is all jacked up. It's uneven. There's like in some places there's paved tiles, but in some places there's just piles of dirt and earth. When you pass through the area, you notice that sometimes the walls are a little thin. Have to pass through. Other times there's like big, huge openings and green fluid passing through, so you have to jump over it. But you do notice that from the ceiling there are often seen hanging old rusty chains. 1 or 2 times you encounter a pool of the green stuff that you don't want to step into, but there's always a chain nearby that you can grab on and swing across. In general, this place is surprisingly maneuverable. It's not like a regular cave where you get stuck in or you have to go on your hands and knees. Another thing that you notice is the air here. Like I said, it's very hard to breathe. The air is sort of thick and it's humid. The stench is everywhere. You just start to get sweaty very quickly. But at least you're not stumbling in the blind, because this fucking green stuff glows in the dark. Yes. It doesn't quite light up the whole place, but it glows in the dark just enough for your eyes to be able to adjust. I mean, you can see in dim light and stuff, but in complete darkness, even you, a half-orc, cannot. Here, you don't have this issue. What else? You go in, you explore around, and then you hear some more chains rattling, and you hear speech in Goblin. Now, did you say that you spoke Goblin? No, you said you spoke Orc, right?
Orc.
Okay. So you hear shouting, you hear babbling. So there's a bunch of goblins around. And most of these come towards a chamber that seems to be a little bit wider. Now, the other 2 guys haven't followed you all the way in here. But you found, or at least you think you found, where the goblins dwell. What do you do?
I guess I'd call into the other guys like,
Come on, guys. In you come.
You call on them like, ah, rah, rah, or do you go back? Because like it sounded like.
oh no, I shout at them.
You shout at them.
Come on, guys, we're here.
In that case,
Holy shit!
Yeah. In that case, the fucking goblin speech ceases.
I'm running in as fast as I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the map then. Oh wait, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. And
That's not a knife.
that's
It's
it.
not.
I realized that I forgot to do something here while I was making the map, but we are at the 1 hour point, at which point it's time to take a break. And while we're taking a break, I'm gonna make the adjustments that I need to. So, this is, what is it now, part 5 of the adventure?
This was part 5, yeah.
Yeah.
It's part 5, so this is the end of part 5. See you in the next one.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Yep.
Stop the recording.
Zombie